Attendance today to the November 17th, 2022 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please.
Mr. Markgraf?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Ms. Wetzel? Here.
Any conflict of interest statements to the board members?
No, sir.
Got nothing.
No. Approval of the minutes of the meeting of November 10th, 2022.
Are they good, you guys?
They are good.
Yep.
Yes.
Make a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. See no bid openings today. Matters from department heads and or the representatives? Seeing none, we'll move on. Correspondence. Item A, correspondence received from Chief of Police William Short requesting the approval for Officer Gabriel Nava to receive ET specialty pay effective November 11th, 2022, and Officers Joel Orozco and Ryan Zurich receive CBO specialty pay effective October 31, 2022.
Make a motion to approve Chief Short's request?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, correspondence received from Special Events Coordinator Eileen Ibarra requesting permission to close Lion Street from Calumet to the alley for the 2022 annual tree lighting ceremony on Friday, November 25th, 2022, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I don't see no, right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll make a motion to approve Ms. Ibarra's request?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C. Oh, there it is. Correspondence received from ATG Real Estate Development requesting permission to install safety fencing for the property located at 219 Russell Street to address the safety concerns on the building with anticipated start date of November 18th, 2022. Mr. Button.
Good morning to the board.
Good morning.
Ms. Kathy Harris is present from ATG Real Estate Development, who had petitioned the board to erect the safety fence to close the sidewalk and the perimeter of 219 Russell. The developer has some concerns about the condition of the building and its potential for pieces coming off the building, and so they're doing the right thing and trying to protect the right-of-way and the public spaces. And I've reviewed the request, and I would recommend its approval. And Mrs. Harris is here to take any questions as well, if you have any for her.
I would just want to ask if you think that the fence just covering the sidewalk is going to be enough for anything falling from up
We
above?
do at this time. If you've been in Chicago, the same sorts of things occur, right? They cordoned off the sidewalk
Right.
to keep things from, if something's suspected to fall.
And this is-
We're happy to make any adjustments that are necessary during the course if we find additional signage or extension of the fence is required. We'll work with the developer on that.
This is just like the old NIPSCO Annex part of the building that's on Russell, right?
It's just east of the alley. You'll have to excuse me about the old NIPSCO Annex. I'm not sure.
Yeah, leave it?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion then to approve the request?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item D, correspondence received requesting a rental registration hearing.
Make a motion to set that hearing for December 1st, 2022?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 8, matters from board members?
No, sir.
No?
Got nothing.
Okay. New business. Item A, funding allocation request form received by 5th District Councilman Dave Warple requesting $78,685.56 of gaming funds be allocated for the new digital sign on Kennedy Avenue for Dowling Park, Gene Shepherd, and local businesses submitted for approval. The funding allocation request is, for the record, it's signed by the councilman, city controller, as well as the mayor.
Make a motion to approve Councilman Warple's request?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, agreement with Kavanaugh McDonald Consulting, LLC, CMC, to provide the city with the actuarial valuation for the 1925 Police Pension Fund and the 1937 Firefighters Pension Fund submitted for approval.
Good.
Kristen, this is just an annual thing we,
Absolutely, yes.
Jessica,
I'm
this is
sorry.
just an annual thing we do, right? Okay, okay.
Okay, I will make a motion then to approve the agreement.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 7508 Birch Avenue, submitted for approval. It has been signed by the owner, so we're good? Okay.
Okay, I will make a motion then to approve the agreement.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I think we did that last week, actually. Item D, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 219 Russell Street, submitted for,
Mr. President, this should be in order to rescind. This should be reflected on the agenda as an.
oh, it is. Okay, so let me rephrase. Item D is an agreement to order to rescind and release the order to demolish property at 219 Russell Street, is that correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what it should be.
Okay,
To rescind.
to rescind, yes.
Order to
Okay.
rescind.
Then I will make a motion to approve the agreement to rescind.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Item E, agreement with Stanley Security for upgrade of cell communication equipment in the alarm system at Public Works, submitted for approval.
All appropriate,
Okay.
been reviewed.
Okay.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the agreement.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we're getting way down there for Augur. Item F, billing received from HWC Engineering for the Hammond Fire Station Number 2, submitted for approval.
Good to go?
And is this something that we forward to,
To who? Dean?
Forward it to engineering?
I think this is something that we,
I don't believe this involves the engineering department. What happened is the project manager for HWC left the firm. Okay, so a new project manager's taking over and they don't really understand the process. It is my understanding, so I'm not 100% certain, but it is my understanding that the Board of Public Works and Safety entered into an agreement with HWC to do design services related to the Hammond Fire Station Number 2, that the agreement is with the board, but that and the invoice is approved for payment at this level and is sent to the Hammond Port Authority
yes,
for
yes.
payment.
That is correct.
That's, as I understand it, all previous invoices that have come through the board have not come through the engineering department.
Yeah, I think you're right with that, Dane. These are for professional services from January 3rd to January 30th, hydrant flow testing, with a cost of $1,262. Okay.
That's the best I can say right now.
No, I think you're right.
So the consultant sent the payment directly to the Port Authority, and the Port Authority denied payment. So I don't know the backstory. I didn't review.
Okay, but
So
we
if you approve it, my understanding is that then they will
we send
then,
it, and then they haggle it.
we have to let it run its course.
All right,
Thank
okay.
So just approve the billing.
And then we forward to Port Authority.
Okay, I will make a motion then to approve the billing and to forward it to Port Authority for their review.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good morning, Mr. Gordish.
Mr. President.
Item G, right-of-way permits received from the engineering department, submitted for approval.
First one's a continuation of an upgrade for NIPSCO, Calumet Avenue, Goslin West area. Scattered poles that are out of repair. The next one will be McCook Avenue. NIPSCO is have somebody check in their depth of their gas main. There's 4 daylighting. What they do is cut a hole and suck the material out and see how deep they are and make sure there's not any issues with it. It should take about a day. So there's no biggie on that one. Holman in Michigan, Hammond, Bent 51 and Bent 52, they're revising their dates due to NIPSCO going to Florida to get some sun and also
Oh, hurricane stuff?
a hurricane. So they pulled off that job, and they did pull off Kennedy. And the last one was they submitted a extension on 65th and Blaine where they're doing a sewer tie-in. They ran
Right.
into a AT&T. They had to get new structures, could push it back in the next spring. So they are going to open it back up Monday,
Oh, the roadway.
the roadway.
And they're gonna, are they filling it in?
They're going to fill it in and pave it. They're going to
Okay.
put concrete in there.
Okay.
Actually,
They got a
tomorrow.
pretty good hole there right now.
Yes, so
Okay.
that should be taken care of, and in the springtime, they'll deal with it.
Got it.
So I recommend
Right.
approval.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Board.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the right-of-way permits.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, old business, status, 1414 Calumet.
Good morning.
Morning.
Nick, we got something from Bill Luter. You got the same thing?
Yeah, the printout.
okay,
With,
okay,
with 1414 Calumet, that was one that we had thought that redevelopment might be in talks with to acquiring. We have confirmed through Ann Anderson that they are not in the process of attempting to acquire that property. So we would request that this be set for the next demolition date to move forward through that process.
What are we setting for status, you saying?
Well, this one, yeah, it needs to go out for bid. I believe that the order was affirmed, and then somebody had appeared to indicate that they were attempting to work with redevelopment to
Right.
sell it for that
Right.
corn. And Ann Anderson said they were not moving forward with attempting to acquire the property,
So
so,
was it all right in the demo list or no?
yes.
It
Yeah,
did.
it's already had the order affirmed, and then we put a pause on moving forward to putting the property out for bid.
Okay,
There's been no demo inspection paid for, nothing scheduled, no rehab agreement or anything.
that guy and the lady came by here and were telling us what they wanted to do with the property, and we
Yeah.
kind of gave them a little bit of, okay, we'll
Yep.
give you a little latitude.
Right.
Nothing,
Yeah,
you've heard
nothing.
nothing.
Yep.
But now that it's on the list, we don't need to act then, right?
No, I was just asking if we set it for the next date that the demolitions would normally be heard on. I believe it's,
Usually the last Thursday of the month, right?
so I think, well, that would be the,
Sometime in December?
yeah, I think it looks like maybe the 15th, because the 22nd, I'm not sure if we're having anything set on the 22nd or not.
Oh,
we-
December 22nd. Yeah, I
We
don't know
are.
either.
We are, right? I think we are.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, then that seems fine to me.
December 22nd? Again, are we setting this for status or just to add it to the list?
I think probably to confirm.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can set it for
Confirm.
confirmation with Kevin.
Okay.
That it's ready to go out to bid.
Yeah, we'll confirm.
Okay, then I'll
We're
make,
waiting a month to do that, to confirm that it's ready for bid.
Well, no, that just said the paperwork is in order so that it could be included in the bid packet.
okay, then I'll make a motion then to set that over to December 22nd, 2022.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. 15 Ruth.
So actually, this was, owner did acquire a permit back in July. The inspector for the district indicates that the demolition has been completed by the owner and the unsafe structure has been removed. However, there's been no inspections called in on. I would just request a 30-day status so I can get a hold of the owners to have them contact Bill to set up that inspection to finalize everything.
So December 22nd or 29th?
The 22nd would be fine.
Okay, okay.
So we're setting it for
22?
status again?
22, yeah. So I'll make a motion then to set that for status to December 22nd.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's 15 Ruth?
Yes, sir.
Status 3924 Henry Avenue.
The building inspector indicates that the contractor is working to bring the property into compliance. Progress is being made, so a status date would be acceptable. And then looks like they may need to renew or get an extension on their current rehab agreement. So maybe we could set that one for 60 days. Then that should give them plenty of time to finish that up. It'll be January.
31, there's 38.
January 20, we got 19th and 26th.
Yeah, 19th, please.
Okay, I will make a motion.
19.
Yeah, 2023. I'll make a motion then to set that for status to January 19th, 2023.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item K, status 504 177th Street.
So, like, permits have been acquired, however, no inspections have been called in. So I would request a 30-day status date for that to ensure that progress is being made on the work that's being required, the rehab agreement. December 22nd?
Good.
Oh,
Good morning.
okay.
And I believe it's ready for final inspection. My client said it's got a bunch of those items, so we'll let you know that in 30 days. It's fine.
Okay.
That's the status of the rehab.
All right, yeah, so if the contractor can call in for those inspections, then we could probably have a rescind order prepared for the next status date.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, what's that date again?
I was requesting December 22nd.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Driscoll.
Okay, then I will make a motion to set 504 177th for status to December 22nd.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Driscoll. Okay, 3407 Kenwood Street.
So it looks like permits have been obtained, rough and insulation inspections completed. So it looks like a status date or extension on the rehab agreement may be necessary for this property address. So the December 22nd date seems to be,
Popular?
yeah. I feel like a lot of these that, permits have been pulled on, work has been done. If these contractors can call for their inspections, then we can get them, removed off the list in 30 days. Plenty of time to accomplish that, I feel like.
Okay, I will make a motion then to set 3407 Kenwood for status to December 22nd.
I will second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 726 167th.
Yeah, so it looks like permits have been issued and obtained by a contractor, however, no inspections have been called in. So we would request the same date of December 22nd for status.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, I will make a motion to set that for status to December 22nd.
I will second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. 19 Webb Street.
So permits have been issued and obtained. It looks like the contractors called in for their rough insulation inspections, which have passed. So it looks like they may be ready for a final within 30 days, so status or new rehab agreement if necessary. So December 22nd for 19 Webb, please.
Okay. I'll make a motion then to set that for status to December 22nd.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4240 Wabash.
So this, I'm happy to report that this property has been completed in rehab. So a rescind order would be needed to submit to the board to go ahead and remove. You guys do not have one prepared in front of you at this time?
We don't, so it might
Okay.
have to be drafted and probably
Yep.
brought back.
So I would just request maybe like, 2 weeks or 30 days to have the,
December 1st.
what's that? Okay. Yep, so I would just ask that the board can remove this from the agenda item as a rescind order will be prepared by the law department. If we could forward it to the law department and have a rescind
Okay.
order drafted to be presented.
Just make a motion to rescind? Is that what you're saying? Or we don't need to?
We don't
May,
need one at this point.
a motion to forward it to the law department?
No, we're good?
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
No
So
action.
that's just the
No action.
acknowledgement?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Anything further, Nick?
Nope, that's
Thank
it
you.
for us. Thank you very much.
Quite the auger there.
Quite the auger.
Good job.
Item P, status, First Baptist Church street closures. Anyone here from the church by chance? Okay. We've had some discussion about this. They want to move their buses from Willow Court to State Street on the south side of the church and close down State Street from their handicap parking area to Oakley, and then cross Oakley from Oakley down to the Hammond Public Library, only on Sundays for a temporary period to try and have a safer environment for their parishioners to get on their buses. I think they've been doing it for a week or two already. I don't know if PD's heard anything about, again, the times. Just for the record, the times they want to close it on Sundays would be from 8:30 a.m. till 1, and then from 5 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. Oakley would remain open north and south. I'm not sure why they need the whole street closed unless they're just staging buses in rows, I'm guessing. I'm thinking public safety, and I know Jeff probably is too. You know, that kind of stuff can happen at any time.
I mean, I personally would like somebody from the church to come here and talk to us and explain to us exactly why they need the whole street closed.
Well, how about December 1st?
That'd be fine.
Okay, can we do that? Fair enough? Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion then to set this over to December 1st to give the opportunity of First Baptist to come and explain why they need the whole street closed.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we're good on the word, right?
Yeah, we're good. You got it. Check off.
Check.
Any rental registration hearings, Nick? Zero. Meeting's open to the public. Anyone here care to speak? Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mike Van Camp with Vans Industrial. I'd first like to start out by thanking this board for the help that they've offered us in the past with some of the projects we've had in and out of our building. And I apologize also for being here today unannounced. I showed up to the office this morning and discovered that the wonderful project we've got going on for the South Shore has brought itself into our street at the end of Condit and Lyman. And essentially, Condit Street, for those that aren't aware, is a one-way street that exits onto Lyman, and now it's a dead end for this project. And there's no notification to get traffic out now. So there's a couple hazards here I see as safety one. I would suggest possibly getting a two-way street permit for that right now, so that we can enter and, Condit Street and leave. But also, it's a narrow street, and by making it a two-way street, with parking being allowed on both sides of the street, it would be impossible for, especially when we have large vehicles coming and going, to allow that traffic to move. So if at all, maybe moving all parking to the north side of the street, I think would help for this time. I talked to the crew chief this morning. They said they didn't know how long this part of the project was going to last, but it could be anywhere up to 2 weeks, he said. So I would just ask for some assistance if possible from this board, and I'd appreciate any suggestion as well.
Mr. Button?
Couldn't agree more. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I didn't realize that was a problem. I should have reviewed it more thoroughly, so we will work to make sure that you're accommodated.
Fantastic.
Thank
And
you for bringing it.
yeah, and if I have contact information on file, so if anyone needs to get a hold of myself or the president of the company, we can make ourselves available. But I just don't want to see anyone injured in any kind of an automobile accident, especially with the snow coming, plows. There's basically no way to get anything through there now, so it could be a very interesting problem.
So at this point, you guys are able to get your vehicles down and into your property there, or no?
Not really at this point, because it's a one-way
Right.
into a dead end. So we'd have to illegally exit on a one-way right now that's not marked, and there's traffic parked on both sides of the road. So it's
Are you gonna?
a pretty
work with
urgent
them, Dan?
matter at this point, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
got it, all right.
appreciate the help, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Just like to thank the president of the board for his service on the Board of Public Works and Safety. Your shoes will be hard to fill by others, and we're grateful for your service. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Anyone else? Meeting open to the public. I know, you had to squeeze that in, I know.
Good morning.
morning.
Jose Galvin, 1521 Summer Street. I'm here just to ask you if it is possible to enforce or to create something, because I say my problem because it is in my community. Local car lots have excess inventory. And we could say local car lots because I know there is 2 guys now in my area. They are storing this excess inventory. Damaged vehicles that damaged, just pieces of metal sticking out, they can actually hurt somebody if you're walking by at night or if you're just playing around with your kids, right? You have to believe me, you can see the cars, fire departments can actually, see the vehicles that are damaged when they're on fire, you will probably scratch yourself, right? Or police. Now, this one person I've been reporting it since 2012. Code enforcement have been doing their job. They've been going, citing the property. They started inside, and then I guess they learned that by moving the cars outside, and they put this fence, now, from what I hear, they go to court, and then they tell the judge, well, the cars are outside, that they're not mine, because they're not plated, okay? Or sometimes they have a paper plate, they don't come back to their name. So now the code enforcement goes and say, well, there's outside, so police has to come. And I understand it takes days or some weeks for police to show up because it's not an emergency. But in the meantime, this guy got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other day, a couple weeks ago, I called police because he had like 7. And then he had his trailer with his truck. Now, let me just say, so you guys understand what the problem is here, and it gets bigger. Because
Can you kind of give us a parameter of the exact area? I know where you're.
oh, it's on the Summer Street area, Birch Avenue area, 5900 block of Birch Avenue and Summer Street
Is there
area.
a cross street in the area we're talking?
It's in both sides there, sir. So,
Oh, so we're just talking Summer Street?
yeah, Summer Street and Birch Avenue, both sides.
Small residential.
Yeah, so.
Right.
So I'm gonna explain to you, like this is your the full city street, 60 feet wide, right? Use normal. In our area, we only have a 15-foot length, fully paved street, and the rest of it is city street. It is city property. So what they do is like, now, what they do is like they park their cars facing towards the fence so you don't see the plates. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we end up with a 15-foot little street, right? My tenants and myself, we park on this side, so now we reduce the 15-foot area to like 8 foot, 9 feet because the car width. Now we got 9 feet, then we got to try to make it through the other side of the street because now this guy happens to want to stay and leave the trailer with the truck attached because he don't want to leave. You know, he lives there, so why would he leave? He parks. So I call police. I say, this guy is now blocking the street. So police comes and tells him to move. So he moves. So after that incident, I guess he figured out who's calling. And he asked me, you calling? I said, well, you're doing a whole lot of things illegal over here. So wouldn't you think it is harming us too if you do this? So the man started with his physical threats about, I said, well, do whatever you want, man. I'll defend myself. Then the next thing, he started calling the police and making false reports because he said that I'm going in his face. Police officer came to me, knocked on my door, and said, are you going over there, sir? I said, I don't go over there. I actually got property over there. So if my tenants say they have issues making it through, I had to try to fix the problem. So I spoke to the man, and he said he's going to leave the cars over there because that's his property. The officer is a little confused about because of what I explained to you, how the street is laid out. It's not fully developed, or you know, we don't have the infrastructure like you guys have in most streets. So I asked the police officer, if you are going to arrest me, I'm not going to resist, you arrest me. But I know for sure, that's city street. We got 60 feet of street, that's 60 feet. Anything past the fence, that's their property. And as the law allows me to go on public property, I can walk behind those cars because that's public property. That's the sidewalk that's supposed to be there. And if the law allows me to take a picture of those cars that have no license plate or a paper plate with an invalid expired plate, I will do that and report it to the proper authorities. So as the officer, I understand what you came here. I'm not trying to respect you, but this is the law. And I've been here for so many years. I'm trying my best, and I'm trying really, really hard, with all my heart, from another country that has seen how ugly things get, to develop this area, to bring it up to whatever it was before, even better. But there's people that come and they don't want to obey the laws. Okay, that there is the law, people. If I'm breaking the law, I will gladly be committed to fix it, trust me. But there is other people, they do not want to fix the problem. They just want to keep doing whatever they're doing. So now this guy called the police twice. One on the phone, I guess, and the other one, he calls him, the police officer comes, what is it to you over there? I said, officer, that's the law. I live over there too. I got a property. So then at the end of this whole conversation, the second car lot is, I'm not gonna mention names, so I write it down for you over here. So it's another guy that recently just bought the property next to me, and he's doing the same thing. So I asked the man, I said, listen, I don't hate what you're doing. I'm doing the same thing. I have a tow yard in front of you. Do you see any cars outside? I've been here since 2009. Trust me, I don't have no citations for cars outside because I know one thing, liability. If I hurt somebody, I gotta pay. But obviously, you are not really thinking about that. You just wanna make your money, and don't care about whoever walks through or goes under. Until it happens, then you will be worried. That's okay. The man.
Sir, hold on a second.
Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's
but
fine. Go ahead.
Can you stay until after the meeting?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, you and I meet, and I will come over there personally with my traffic guy, and we're gonna help you out. I think right now, we're going back and forth.
Oh, that's
I'd
right.
actually like to see what you're talking
Yes.
about with my own eyes.
And then the second thing, if you don't mind, try to lead the righteous way. You can say, I pay my taxes. I try not to commit no crimes, or get involved in anything. It's like when we started the crime watch meetings at the local places, code enforcement and county officials came and say, well, if you see anybody not, illegally taking a homestead in a place, report it, right? So I reported a few people, even one that was my friend, he passed away, rest in peace, some years ago. So people started moving in there. I called the county, I said, what's going on over here? This guy's dead, and they keep collecting homestead. My friend is dead. So they figured out, and they found a way to, well, they didn't figure out. I print a copy of the obituary, I showed them. That's how they took the homestead. In the other case, this man goes with his ID listed on the property to the county and says, well, I live there. The county lady, she's like, what? It's only few tools that we have to request proof that he lives there. I said, well, you might have to get in contact with code enforcement because that's your job. Code enforcement is not code enforcement's job. He goes, well, we'll try because we're limited with staff here. You see, what I'm here is that since 2009, property after property that I haven't acquired, I had no homestead because it's illegal to collect homestead from a property that you don't live in it. So it is illegal. I understand the laws, and I try not to break those laws. So when I reported, they had limited staff. So I was wondering if it is not there, can it be created so that in the future, with this city getting this much attention and benefiting from all this infrastructure that has been created and growing, those monies that are there, $1,000 from this guy over 7 years or 10 years, it became now $10,000. So now you imagine if it is 10,000 houses they are collecting homestead, 50,000 houses they're collecting homestead because we don't have a current law created in our own city, not the county. Those monies go about that way and they come back this way. But can we just make sure that we are putting more laws into this place where we call it home so that we can make sure that those monies do come back to us because we put those monies in there. You know what I mean? In this case, there is no really laws. We complain to code enforcement. They do their work, try to work with them, but no. I want to see if you guys can create something where we directly send that complaint to code enforcement and they have the power because right now they don't have the power. That's what I'm saying, the second thing.
Well, I mean, I think they do have power when they come across a property that is owned by somebody who has another home and they find out it has a homestead exemption on it. If they come before us, they are mandated to sign that form that they're going to get that relinquished to the county when we're done with their business. What you're talking about, the city creating, that might be a city council legislative thing versus coming before this board to see if that could happen or not.
It's a state statute, and so the city, when adopting its ordinances, we adopt state statutes in that sense where we're able to enforce them. So whenever we come across a property, we just have to have the evidence to prove it, that their primary residence is elsewhere, and then it's a matter of filing the paperwork with the county and then them removing it. I've come across properties where an owner's been claiming a homestead for 10 years, and we've sent everything to county, and it's still sitting there. So it's a matter of, having a point of contact fall through to get it removed. But if Mr. Galvan has some addresses that he's, is concerned with collecting a homestead, then I would be happy to.
He always does try to do the right stuff. He does.
I apologize, I made a mistake, that they do have the power, so then there is another step that is delay in the process. Well, do you see the missing money, right? You see that those monies belong to us, we put them there,
No,
right?
I agree with you
So it's like,
100% on that, for
it's-
sure.
I own 6 houses in the neighborhood, it is 10 houses, right? I feel like I'm putting a lot of money in there, and the other guy is enjoying his vacation in
No, I think
Cancun.
we've seen you come before the board many times,
Well, a few
1548 Summer, am I right? And somewhere around there, right? And
Yeah.
Mr. Kearney and you, over many years, it seems like you're always trying to do the right thing. I respect that. I mean, I've seen it over many years, so I certainly,
Okay, I just
we'll
want.
certainly follow up on your concerns today. Mr. Long has assured you on the
Yeah,
one.
thank you.
For sure.
And sorry about my problems, but they're not really my problems, they're all problems.
Understood.
So I just ask for, if it is the right thing, well, let's do the right thing, right? So if it is the wrong thing, well, just tell me and I'll keep my mouth shut.
Well, I'll meet with you right after the
Thank you.
meeting, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Meeting open to the public? Are you gentlemen here for, okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is John Weathersby, and I'm representing the Kingdom Hall on 6850 Northcott. We were just asking or requesting if we can get a no parking sign put outside our property. There is a sign closer to the 167th Street on Northcott, on the west side of the street, that says no parking, but there are always cars parked on our property, right outside our Kingdom Hall.
Right.
And we were just wondering if we could have a sign, a no parking sign, put near our properties to keep people from parking on our property.
So just to be clear, we're talking on Northcott,
On Northcott,
on the west side of Northcott?
on the west side
right?
of Northcott, yes, closer to the 169th, because we're on the corner of
Yeah, and the
169th.
cemetery's further back, right?
Right, and
And that's
there's a
separate from
sign
you
right
guys,
outside this
right?
cemetery, right. And so, yes, if we can have
Should we take a look at it, Mr. Button? What do you
If
think?
they can put it in writing in a letter to the Board of Public Works and Safety, we can review it, send it to
Okay.
Public Works Department and have a signed place.
Is that fair enough, sir? You-
Yes.
just-
Yeah, that's
just-
Signed in writing. so that-
Exactly.
just write up a letter or?
Yeah, just write a letter
Okay, I didn't know if there
describing
was.
what you're asking for, send it to the Board of Public Works and Safety, the third floor of this building,
There is, yeah.
the law department,
Yeah.
and they can take action on your request.
No problem, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was more.
No form,
Okay.
just a written request.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Anyone else? Open to the public? Good to go.
Okay, I know Mr. Button already made a statement in reference to President Margraf, but I do want to say that after today's meeting, President Margraf is retiring from the board. He served his country as a Marine, he served his city as a fireman for over 30 years, and he served this board for many years. He's been a great leader, he's a great friend, and I know that everybody associated with this board every week is going to miss him. And I wish him the best, and I hope I see him regularly. So just wanted to say we're going to miss you, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Give me a hug.
Just if I may, real quick, it's been a pleasure working on this board, going all the way back to the late Stan DeStotney and Heather Garay. These two members, Jeff and Eva, along with Mr. Smith's staff, Kristen and Kristen, Lynn and Linda, and Adrian upstairs. We've always tried to do the right thing for the city. Sometimes we got people a little upset, but in the end, we felt we were doing the right thing for the city. And I have no qualms that this board will continue to do those things to help you folks out, whatever the issues might be. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn, Mr. Long.
I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.